What's up, everybody? Welcome to a video. In this video, I'm just going to be showing off some things with Delta Force Black or Delta Force Hawk Ops, and probably some things to get you started, maybe some things you didn't know, and just cool features that the game has. On this part, we're going to talk about Tactical Turmoil, which is their extraction shooter style game. And some things I found that were pretty cool is we'll start with the auction house. So after you unlock the auction house, you can obviously sell things, but you can it also has like favorites, and this is just stuff that you continuously buy or have recently bought. So that's a pretty cool, quick go-to thing. But one of the awesome things I found is if you go to list, and this is where you have all your listings. If it doesn't sell, it still hangs out here. So then you can go back and relist it. So if you're constantly selling things in the auction house and not really checking to see if it's sold or not, it'll be hanging out in here. The other day I checked and I had like 3 items still hanging out. So in case there's money missed, it's still hanging out here, and then I think it goes away after so many days. So make sure you check this stuff periodically if you're selling a lot of things out of your stash. Another really cool thing I found is if you go to your stash and say we're just going to look at one of our guns here, and then actually if we go here to start it. So if you go on your collection, this is where it shows all your guns, or all the guns in the game, and then your melee and the mandel bricks if you have any, and then items. So the items are pretty interesting as well, and we'll get back to them. So what I wanted to focus on was the firearms. So if you go to the firearms, and this is like obviously all the guns, and we'll just look at the M4 right now. And in this M4 section, it just shows you the gun and then all the camos that go along with it, and then all the camos you have unlocked will be on the top. And then there's these ones here that you haven't gone through yet. And if there's prerequisites to it, it'll tell you. So for this one, you have to get 450 kills in the tactical turmoil game mode. Pink doesn't have a thing, so we'll have to figure out what that one is. But if you select one of these and make it your applied gun, and then anytime you find it out in the wild per se, or in a raid, if you find that somebody else's take somebody else's gun and put it into your stash, it'll default over to the camo that you specified that you like. So that's pretty interesting, and I thought that was a lot of fun. And then if a gun doesn't have any camos to it, there'll be a little 0 here. So this gun doesn't have camos, this one doesn't, this one does. So that's pretty sweet. And then there's camos here. So I thought that was pretty cool, especially if you like camos on your guns. So that's that. We'll switch over here to items. So a lot of the rewards they give you through events, through challenges, or whatever, you'll find them in here. And this is a 7-day pass for a 2x2 safe box, a 3-day pass. These are all your gear tickets. So gear tickets are pretty cool. I could go over them. And then there's some boxes here. So you get to open it, and then it'll give you one of these items. I have a couple of these boxes, and then have one of these. It's the advanced full pack. And then you open it, you get all the items inside. So this looks like a pretty cool kit. And this looks like a pretty decent kit as well. And then there's obviously your XP coins. So XP for the game works a lot differently, and I'll show you about that when I get to the other mode. Another thing I wanted to show people is, if they didn't know, is if you go to... So this is your black site, which is basically your base or whatever, and then you upgrade your base throughout things. It gives you the prerequisites, and then it tells you what you get after you do it all. So this is just basically... That's probably not a good example. You could do the stash. This tells you how much you get. We could do the armor bench. And this will give you, when you level this up, you're able to craft these things. throughout. So that's pretty interesting. So you want to make sure you're constantly working on that. If you go to your departments, then you get your supply station. And then your supply station just shows all these things, but also over in here it shows you the weapon crates you get and what levels you unlock them, and then how to craft them. And then your gear tickets, you can buy gear tickets if you need them. And then each specific one has a firearm skin to it. So after you level it up so high, you unlock a specific firearm skin for that, and then it tells you how to get it. So if this one, I would just be able to find these binoculars, or you could buy them and exchange it, and then you unlock the camo for that gun. So each one has a different gun and then a different item you need. But one of the other things I wanted to show you is this T&E lab. If you go here, and the first thing says limited time items. This refreshes about every day. So in here, it tells you these things that you need. And you can basically craft these items with junk that's lying around. This is just, a lot of this stuff is just junk that is just that you'll find throughout scavenging through the raids and stuff. So this is literally just stuff, or you could buy it all and buy the part, but it's a lot easier to just, if you scavenge all this stuff, you can, and you use these items to do that. But be sure to check this periodically, or at least once a day, because I have found some pretty nifty items in here that allows you to do that with. And then, like always, you can do the firearm skin associated with that. And then there's these mission items. So you do need this at some point to craft something, but it looks like he unlocks upon completing cocktail therapy. No idea what that is. Must be a mission. So that's that. And then if you go to the apartments is where all your missions are. There's tons of missions. Tons. I'm only on level 2 of just this one here, and there's just tons. So if you like tasking, this is the game for it. And then of course ranked tells you what you get throughout all your ranks. Next one unlocks this camo, and then it's just some emblems going afterwards. But that's it. So those are just some quick things that you might not have known about, obviously. And then obviously they have tons of events, and with all the events you can unlock all these things. So make sure you're checking all your events, all your challenges, getting all that stuff done. Now we'll switch over here to the other mode. Now, Havoc Warfare, which is basically the Battlefield one. One thing I found was really cool in here is that if you go to your vehicles, and then you can customize your vehicle. So I can actually change the guns for the vehicles. Some of these have like thermal smoke grenade. I haven't unlocked that yet. The repair, active defense. So this is just pretty cool. And then obviously the camos that go along with it. So I don't know if other games have done this, but this is pretty wild to have, like, you're able to change the loadout for the gun, for the vehicle itself. Just thought that was super cool. Super cool. And then obviously I only have a few, but I do know that they're working on some other vehicles for the game. If you go to, so weapon XP for this gun, for this game, works a little bit differently. So we will say, I'd like to actually, let's see, which gun do I want to bump up here? This one I want Scar. So if I want to do the XP for the Scar, right now I'm at level 1. And you just upgrade it, so as you use it you do gain XP, but you also get a ton of XP tokens throughout doing challenges and all that stuff. So, and this is how you just use them. So I actually don't have any regular ones, but I do have some of these bigger, the premium ones. So 1 token will take me from level 1 to level 5, and I can click here and I can do 4 tokens, and it's going to take me all the way up to level 18. And we just do that. And I've already unlocked all these attachments for the gun, and it's at level 18 now. So that's how weapon XP works with Delta Force. And then obviously the camos will go along with it. And then you're able to save the loadouts for the guns as you do them. Here, do the modification. This is a modification for your gun. I don't really have much for this one, but we can look at the calibration. And this just tells me if I do this, it's going to kill the ADS speed, but I want actually more ADS speed. But it's going to give me no control. This thing goes crazy with it. But that's just how you calibrate. You're just tuning your gun basically. So extra control, aim stability while breathing. Obviously not really doing that with this gun. So this will give me some more control. And that is that for that one. And these modes are super easy to play with. And then all your operators. And then the ranked mode for this as well. Which we've already gone through all that. So that in a nutshell is Delta Force. Everything else is pretty much cut and dry. Always just make sure you're checking your events and your collections. See what all you got going on. And hopefully they release this game soon. Alright everybody, if you found this stuff useful, drop a like, maybe a sub. Let me know how you've been enjoying the game, if you've been able to get in. Peace out, bye.